Beautiful. You know when the locals are saying it's hot, then it's hot. Thank you, Tatey. Here we go. Cowboys versus the Raiders. The Raiders looking for their third win of the season. Cowboys looking to get off the mark. Close to halfway. We're Drinkwater. Linking up with Dearden. The pass out here to Purdue. Purdue! Oh, he slices past Matt Timoko. Now takes on Weeks, and Canberra's defence comes up trumps. He had an eye problem last week, but he's back, obviously. Dearden. Oh, look at it open up again. Geez, they're torching Canberra's right. This is Taulagi with Fogarty in pursuit, and Fogarty just hangs on. But the Cowboys are finding some joy on their left. Last tackle, slow play the ball. Dearden out now to Clifford. In fact, no, not the last tackle, but the kick put in here by Drinkwater. Oh, it gets an awful bounce, brilliantly kept in by Tamale. How did he stay in? Horsburgh lining up, getting through a mountain of work has been the order of his season. Great pass to Starling, but a desperate tackle down low. Robson saves it. Now, Tarpany. Oh, Tarpany strolls over. He was desperate to find support. He didn't need it. And again, 6 again. That was Young. It looked like staying on too long. Oh, it opens up Purdue. Gets it on to Drinkwater. Surely. Oh, no. He's bounced it. Drinkwater. He put his hand straight to his face.
Okay.
We're looking at Tarpany. And... oh, okay.
Joe.
Hang on. Last tackle. Young has a look, then puts the kick in. Well, he took a little tumble there and then begged the referee. Oh, he got the penalty. And through it goes. So it is. Canberra 8, North Queensland 0. Robson goes back to the left. McIntyre to Dearden to Drinkwater. Opens up for Taulagi, and finally the Cowboys get their try. Dearden. Drinkwater. Clifford. Changing direction, Clifford. Clifford bounces over and scores. Wonderful individual try. Jake Clifford ties this game up. Last tackle, great set from North Queensland. High kick from Dearden. The nerves should be jangling. Clifford's done it again. Stunning catch. Back-to-back tries. And Jake Clifford is putting a hammerlock on this number 7 jersey. What a try. Drinkwater out of dummy half. Dearden keeps it going. Clifford sees a gap in front of him. Gets it onto Bateman. Bateman dragged down. 1 tackle left for the Cowboys. Got to go right. They have. Drinkwater pokes it in. Oh, pinball's away. Clifford away. Derby's over. Cowboys score. With a bit of interest in that tackle as well. The high kick now from 30 out. Fogarty. Oh, what a catch! Xavier Savage has come from the clouds. He has shocked the life out of the Cowboys. Dearden cleans up with Nane. Now comes across to Nicholson as they get closer. Penalty. Oh, Sydney! Sydney! An enormous call.
Blatantly offside.
Ball play. Tamale! Oh, great tackle, Clifford, but he falls off and Tamale gets close. And this is a try. And this game is a long way from being over. Paddy distributing. Little bubble in for Nicholson. Draws in 2. That's nice. Away now to Sasungi. Stands in the tackle. Offloads to Tarpany. Basketball pass. This is Razzle Dazzle. Savage. He gets rid of Nane. Paddy on the inside. Oh, Savage ignores the man in 14. Connor to Tamalolo. G's been good off the bench in this second stint. That's a penalty in front. That's a penalty in front. That was very awkward the way Tamalolo went down there. Can they get a win? 6 is the margin. 5 and a bit to go. Short side for Dearden. Double pump Nane, threatening and held on to by Savage. Savage let go though. Nane over the 20, bounding down to the 10. Another great run from him. He's had a couple of beauties tonight. 2 tackles left. Dearden, he'll have a go. Dearden is over, and he gets it down. He takes Owen Paddy all the way. Once again, final score here, Queensland Country Bank Stadium. North Queensland 30, Canberra Raiders 20.
Todd, how nervous were you in that second half with the game on the line?
No nervous than any other week. Yeah, there were some anxious moments. Yeah, but I'm really proud of the team and the club and how we've stuck together. I guess it's been difficult 3 weeks. And tonight we won off the back of our D, real gritty performance. Defended with 12 men there in the second half. A couple of big plays made at the end. I think Drinky made one, Kai O'Donnell in around the post. I think Jace got back on side and made a tackle too. So, yeah, really pleased about the desire and the want to make things happen.
Was that the response that you'd asked for or were looking for?
I felt we got it last week. To be fair, we just didn't have the polish when we were surging. But yeah, I was proud of the way that they, stayed composed in that first half at 8-0 down, got in front. Things got a little, wobbly in that second half. But again, determination, will to win and finding a way, and yeah, they found it. So happy.
A strange passage of play with the Hess sin bin. It didn't look like there was a warning from watching the game, and then later on Corey Horsburgh stays on despite foul play. Do you think you'll ask for an explanation in regards to that?
I'll ask for one, yeah. Yep. Look, I can't debate the Hesse sin bin. I think it was a fair call. The consistency part's what we're all chasing. I don't know whether Ricky's press conference last week had an effect on the way it was officiated tonight, but yeah, between our defensive, the way we were defending on the try line didn't seem any different to the way they were defending on their try line, but yeah.
Ruben, what do you think made the difference in the end to win the game?
I think we just wanted it more. I think it was a very gritty performance from the whole team. So very happy with the effort we've shown for majority of the game, and some great individual performances, and just happy with the win.
Tell you on those individuals, Meyer off the bench, you brought him on before the second half. Did you like what you saw from him tonight? It looked like he was really involved early.
Yep. Yeah, we had a discussion through the week as coaches about bringing him on prior to half time, and yeah, worked out that way. Yeah, I thought he was really good. I like just the way he tackled. He won his involvements there, and that's what we've been talking to him, I guess, now for a little period of time, and he's taken the feedback on board. He didn't, kick stones when he went back to the Pride, and he's come back and had some, some good footy for us. And then, we all know what he gives us in attack, and he's good there.
Griffin name hamstring, or you had ice on it?
Yeah, unsure whether it's tightness or low grade, but we'll see how we go in the next 24 hours.
On Jeremiah, is he close to winning back a starting jersey?
It's hard to say right in the minute. Kai O'Donnell's going great, and I thought Johnny Bateman was really strong again tonight. So good headache to have. We'll discuss it through the week, and I like all three of them in our team.
Any problems with Johnny there at the end, coming off a little early?
No, I wanted to get Kai back on. Come off at 30-minute mark. Luxury having Roos play the first 40. Gave us a change up our sleeve, and he was just looking a little bit tired. Johnny Bateman.
Thank you.
Thanks,
guys.
Ricky, felt like your forwards dominated, particularly probably the first 15 minutes of the game. Where did you feel like it turned?
I don't think we capitalised on that. I thought our attack was poor tonight.
In regards to that, did you feel like maybe, I think we had 14 set restarts, 14 penalties as well. Did the stop and start nature of the game affect the attack, do you think?
No, I don't know, mate. I really couldn't tell you, mate.
Yep.
It's just I think they were prepared to probably work longer in the game than we were. And that doesn't mean at the back end or at the start. It's in the middle of that first half. I thought we got really sloppy, both in attack and defence, and then there's a period of play in the second half that we weren't consistent either.
You've worked with some pretty great fullbacks. Mate, K.O. Weeks, we know he's a super talent. He's had a tough couple of weeks. What's your sort of job in the lead up to the next game to try and make sure he gets his confidence back a bit?
Yeah, it's hard for Kay. I mean, the ball that who scored the try went up above him.
Clifford.
Clifford, like, you know, he gets there and he can't. You can't just leap because it's basically landed on his head. It was a good kick. I think we scored one exactly the same. You know, it's that player coming through with the momentum's got all the advantage. You know, it was a great catch, great try.
Yep.
They both were the one we scored too. But unless you're 6'2", 6'3", like Tommy Voivs or something like that, it gives you a bit more of a shot at it. But Kaya's a very talented football player, mate. I've got no dramas whatsoever with Kay there, and if there's a fullback out there that's never let a ball, never spilled a ball or had a try scored like that over him, I don't know them. So all he needs to know, and I've told him at half time, and I'll talk to him again, that he's got the coach's confidence, mate. He's our fullback. He's a great player, and I know he's got the support of the whole group. So there's no dramas there whatsoever.
Joe, first came back for you in a couple of weeks, mate. It was pretty stifling. Pickle juice was doing the rounds. How were conditions?
Yeah, it was hot, but it's Townsville. We came up, we had every opportunity. Stick brought us up a week in advance, and we had all the time to prepare, so there's no excuse on how we performed. I thought we nearly, we had them on the roster, but then would lose the ball a couple of times or do something silly, so that's all on us, and I thought we prepared well all week. It's just some of us we didn't turn up today.
Ricky, which of your players were you impressed with?
Oh, they know, mate. More importantly, I reckon the blokes that I'm not impressed with know as well.
With that attack you spoke about earlier, Rick, is that your playmakers not taking control, or did you just feel it was clunky tonight?
Yeah, it was. It was very clunky. And there's players who've got more responsibility than others in attack. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
But we'll deal with that, and I'm not a coach, mate, that's going to throw any of my players under the bus. So,
yep.
We'll deal with that as a group, and just hope to keep improving. But it's just disappointing when I know we're better than that with the football. But and again, they've done a good job. They stretched us a number of times. They did a good job with some of their attack. We need to be better.
Joseph's just come back from suspension. Are you worried about any of the on reports?
How many we get?
2 for Papali'i, 1 for Tapane, Horsburgh on report.
No.
Wait and see.
What do you get on board for?
Chicken wing, I think.
No, I don't know, mate. We got a massive heap of injuries in second grade today, so I'm hoping that there's no one has to serve any time out.
Just on Corey, finally, sorry, mate. I know you're big on letting players play their style. A little bit rocks and diamonds maybe the last 2 weeks for him after an outstanding start. Are you one to encourage the offloads or pushing the pass, or?
We've spoken about that, and one thing he's actually an intelligent football person in regards to the game. He knew straight away that I wouldn't be happy, and it wasn't what we planned in that part of the field.
Yeah.
But then again, he's the sort of footballer who can do that up the other end of the field and creates all sorts of chaos for defence. So you got to give him a little bit of leeway, but definitely that's not the type of plan we had tonight coming out of our end of the footy field. But as I said, Red knows that, and he'd be cranky on himself too.
Thank you.